69, baby. 69.
Mama.
We only get one shot.
Yeah, no, we only get one
69
episode.
In your whole podcast career. So enjoy it while it lasts.
Oh, I love it. I've bopped myself down a bit. Yeah, I know. It's very, what do you call it? It's a great honor today to be filming this episode 69 with you, Conor, my wonderful friend.
Who'd have thought we got to get to 69?
Oh, I know.
And then it's the 70s. Man, we're killing it. We used to make one podcast a month, folks.
That's almost like a bigger milestone than the 100th, you know? Like,
literally. It's like that 93rd episode that apparently is technically our 100th. Like this is a milestone. I do have to show you something quickly, which I know you're gonna love.
Yeah, okay. Conor has a little gag he's wanted to start the show off with,
and I only thought of it yesterday for some reason.
Which I have not seen this gag. This is new to me. This is fresh eyes.
Technically, you're looking at it. Technically.
Ah.
But all right. Do you remember when we did the YouTube career breakdown?
Okay, right.
I brought something up, and I said if I still had it, I'll show you it. Okay.
Okay, this is interesting.
All right, you ready for this?
Oh.
All right. I'm wearing it, baby.
Oh!
The Nerd Life Review shirt. Come on, baby. It's here. It's so
that
small.
is amazing. Oh my god!
Look how tight. I look like
that actually.
Going to the gym.
That's not a bad fit, though. I must say. I must give you that.
If I was skinnier, it would look better. Look at, it's even got this weird ass thing on the back.
Oh, hashtag NLR.
NLR.
Yeah, baby.
It made me laugh so much. Look at it. It's got this weird crease, which has been there since I've.
That's kind of stylish, though.
Thanks, man. Well, it's been there since I did it. It's got.
You must have not ironed it on properly.
Vlogs, South Park, Torture 115, which is the Element 115. Let's Talk. I used to.
Let's Talk. Hey, throwback. Yeah.
Throwback time. What does that say?
Handles.
Yeah,
spelled wrong.
747. Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it?
You spelled it like sandal, almost like.
What was 747? I feel like that's something.
Is that down over ABQ?
Maybe. Oh, 747,000 from Breaking Bad.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I knew it would come to me.
740.
Yeah, Heisenberg, The Walking Dead, YouTube, unboxings, Heist is in that, the Mackmore album Heist.
Hey.
Podcast, Heist again, reviews, movies, A New World. And A New World was this dumb comic I was working on back in the day, which I used to think was the shit.
Hey, one day, man, one day.
I was gonna put my old shirt on because I did bring, you wouldn't have noticed this, but I was wearing a shirt under that, under my jumper, which is my Cheeky Monkey shirt, which I will wear to the pub. But screw it. It's episode 69. I'm going to wear a shirt that's clearly too small for me, and I'm going to rock the Nerd Life.
Now that is saucy. That's sexy
shirt.
for you.
It's so small. Look at me. I look like I'm, you know, those guys who go to the gym and like get how buff and wear shirts that are like too small for them to show off all their gains.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the guy who doesn't do that and then just wears a small shirt and tries to look great in it. So fuck it. Should I just wear it?
My gains?
Should I just wear it?
Yeah, I love it. It's great. It's hilarious.
It's pretty lame. I won't wear it to the pub. I've got my other shirt.
I need to find mine. I made one.
What did you make?
Mine was so dumb. It was a pun. It was I did this like cartoon drawing of a cat in a freezer, and it was like in an ice block, and it was frozen.
Frozen pussy. 69.
Good Lord.
No.
No. And then it said cool cat underneath.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. So it was like a little pun. So.
Well, maybe it's a blessing in disguise. You can't find it because it's so
Frozen.
fucking small. Okay. I'm just going to have to, I just hope, you know, in the clips, they're not going to know the context.
Yeah, no, they'll just see you in this wacky
And they're just going to think I'm in some wacky ass, hell small shirt. But you know what? For the show.
You're like a twink right now. You're my twink.
Oh, God. I hope not. Jesus. God.
Does that make me a bear?
This is how I win. I disagree.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
This is how I win.
Yeah, this is how I win.
Bruh.
There it is.
Oh, you bruh me.
Bruh.
Yeah, I look so
right.
weird in this. But well, you know what? Screw it. I'll wear it.
So, by the way, today, this was our first what we wanted to bring up. Are you okay day?
It is.
What? Did you even realize it was?
Yeah. Well, I knew that we'd do a show on Thursday. I knew I checked the date 3 weeks ago.
I didn't know that it was coming up, but this
Yeah.
morning I got into work and like all my coworkers, because on Thursdays I work at a house with like other workers and stuff. So
Right.
it's a very social day, but which is good because
It's Are You Okay Day.
good for
So it
Are You
should be
Okay Day. So
social.
like all my different coworkers were like asking each other, are you okay? Are you okay? And like, it was
Right.
actually really nice. But it was funny though, because I had a thought. I was like, maybe it doesn't apply to us as much because one of the workers said to the other, they were like, you know, are you okay? And they were like, oh, you know, it is what it is. And
So they did ask.
yeah, they did ask.
They
And
said
then
the famous saying, "Are you okay?"
but then she was like, well, you know, what if I'm not okay? And then the coworker was like, well, then you should just go, you know, see a counselor or something. And then I thought to myself, I was like, so we don't really need this day, do we? Because we already go see a counselor.
Well, I went to get my haircut today, and the whole shop was completely and utterly in like yellow balloons, and
Oh,
everyone was wearing all
wow.
the
That's
shirts
cool. That's good.
and all the ribbons in their hair. I love
That's
the
really
ladies
great.
down there. Yeah, so it was really quite heartwarming to see, and yeah, I did see a few people walk around the shots of it, and I do
nice.
think it's important.
I think it's
do.
important. And I think the most
a good
important,
cause.
You said in brackets here, man with job.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
not
say that in
sure.
a second.
But I think where it's most important is basically, yeah, I mean, to put it simply, man with job. I think the biggest part of mental health.
Not really what I. Yeah, it probably is what I'm going to say, but
No, but I mean, it's just that like, I think it's a lot of men especially, because I mean, but you know, women I think can also have trouble with talking about their mental health, especially if they are, I would think maybe more either middle-aged women or middle school aged women. Because I think, you know, when you're in maybe like a university age, it's a bit easier to talk about stuff, but middle school is very cliquey. Middle-aged women can also ironically be very cliquey. But
it's a good
so
day to
women
open
too,
up
but
about your
I
mental
think
health thing.
generally it's getting a lot better, but generally men, especially men who are a bit older, who usually are like working class, have a regular ass job.
Yeah.
They just do not bring that stuff up. They see it as like it's beneath them. It's you know, it's
They just go ahead and grab a beer and go, what kind of dumb thoughts do I have in today?
yeah,
Get over
like
it.
what a loser I was for thinking that way. Just pathetic,
Just
you know.
throw a beer at him and go, get over it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
crazy.
It's
It is still like that, and it was a lot worse.
and
but,
you know, we've always said, and we continue to say, this show is very, you know, advocate for men's mental health.
mental health positivity, folks.
And you know, all kinds of mental health, but I feel like the way that we can really
helps people open
affect
up this
change
stuff,
is by
I think.
showing that to guys, you know what, it's okay to have a mate who you talk to and who you share.
I was
you know,
meant to go to
everything, but-
therapy tomorrow, but I pushed it till next Friday just because work's a bit busy. But I did get a call from I call a woman once a week, and I just talk to her about stuff.
Yeah, cool. Telehealth. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that I think it's a day that people open up. My hairdresser opened up about her mental health. I see her all the time, but
It's a good.
it was like I'd never heard that before.
yeah.
But it's okay.
It's a good day.
don't look
It's
down
a
anyone
good
for that.
reason to, you know, spread awareness, but also to say that there are plenty of ways to seek out any help. And you know what? The simplest can literally just be talking to a mate because they asked you, are you okay? And you feel like, actually, I can open up. You can have telehealth. You can have counseling.
Yeah.
There are plenty of ways that you can go about seeking help, you know, if you
Yeah.
are feeling like you need it.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's
What is
Very
this man with
thoughtful.
job thing? Is this something
yeah.
specific or?
I don't know. I thought of it today because, like, you know, like you said, with like working class people, when you're a child, like you just don't think of it this way. And
Yeah.
whenever I think about mental health and jobs and stuff, I always think back to this one time where we went back to the UK. Would have been quite young, maybe 11 or something. Every time I go back to visit the UK, is when we were living here. We used to go back every 2 years because you know, obviously my family was very missing their family and stuff and friends, and we slowly stopped doing that. But we used to go back every 2 years. And I remember one of the times we went back, we went with our family friends to a place called Centre Parks, which I don't know if you've heard of.
In the UK?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. But.
Yeah, it's like this beautiful park area. It's like a huge swimming pool with like rapids you can go down. It was like the coolest place ever. It was arcades. It was like bowling alleys. It was like basketball. It was the coolest place ever. I almost kind of relate it to like Orlando, like Florida, almost like
Oh, I've been here. I've been to this.
Center Parks UK.
Yeah, I've been to this place.
I feel like everyone's been to Center
I've been
Parks. If
to
you're a
this place,
Brit,
yeah.
you gotta go to Center Parks.
And they have, isn't it? They have like a wave machine.
Yes.
Yeah,
And, like,
yeah.
They have rapids outside, which you literally go. It's when you're a kid. It's the coolest thing ever.
It was so cool.
You're going down rapids. You're like, oh,
I
you're with your
remember this
mates.
place.
Honestly, one of the most memorable times of my life.
I
was
actually
at
do
this
remember
place.
this. I remember going here.
I
This
feel
is
like
a
you always go to
awesome
Center Parks
place.
when you're like a young lad.
Yeah, UK boy. That's the place to be. No, this is an amazing place.
And there's like all these like outdoor like climbing
Yeah,
things.
absolutely.
Like, you're like strapped to a harness.
I'll
like
show
a,
for the
flying
audience.
fox and stuff. Yeah, maybe I'm describing it poorly, but this is what it looks like.
There's like
Again, I almost
Here.
relate to like Orlando, Florida. Like,
no, this is a
you
beautiful.
know, like I know you haven't been to Florida, but
no,
you know, like Universal Studios.
beautiful
Excuse me.
place. No, amazing. So yeah, so why do you link that?
Oh yeah, so first time I went, there was a guy there who we're at a restaurant and he was serving us dinner. It's quite large.
Yeah.
I distinctly remember this as a child. Here's the bad thing. I used to like, because I was a kid, I just kind of laughed, but he was serving us and like, he was talking to one of our friends' mums.
Okay.
And he was like, oh, you know, he was like making jokes about his parents. He was like, oh, I'm ugly. I was born ugly. Like, and he was trying to like making jokes at his own expense.
Yeah.
As a kid, you know, I was like laughing with my friends going, he said this and that. Anyway, 2 years later, we go back to the UK with the same family and friends. We decided to go to Center Parks. And I was joking with the guys. I was like, oh, what if that guy's there? What if he's still there?
Oh no.
What if he's seeing? This is 2 years later. I was like, what if we still see him? Let's go down the Bell Rapids. Lo and behold, 2 years later, I saw him.
There he is. Yeah. Well, that's not that unbelievable, you know.
But he looked insane depressed. And I never got it. I was
Right.
like, there he is. I can't believe it's 2 years later. Here he is. And I'm just a kid. I understand it. Yeah, the guy was clearly struggling with like his mental health massively.
Shame.
And like, you could just tell 2 years later, he was just standing there. He was still there. He wasn't in a restaurant, but he was on the Bell Rapids, like, you know, as like I wouldn't say a lifeguard, but like looking over at people and stuff. And he just looked so depressed.
Oh.
And now I think, you know, you look back at it as like an adult and you think, fuck, he was depressed then. 2 years later, he's depressed now.
Yeah.
He's still there. But the when you're a kid, you don't see it that way. And I think like I always look back at that and think that was a big moment in my life. And I'm like, fuck, like I looked at that, I laughed at it, I didn't understand it, but now I totally get it. Where you're like 2 years later,
Yeah.
you're in the same spot, but you just look more depressed.
Yeah.
And it kind of blew my mind when I saw him. Because again, I was joking the whole time. I was like, what if we saw him? And like we did. And yeah, but that just kind of links to what I want to say. You know, people can get in a rut and it can get depressing, but
No, absolutely.
I really do. I feel like we're very sensible about health.
I mean, you know, that's sort of, and I think I've said this on the show, but I remember when I was in year 9 and I just sort of I was a bit displaced as far as friend groups went. This was just before I became really friendly with you and Aiden and those boys, but just after I'd left a friend group that I was in. And I remember making a very conscious decision. And I think a decision that to this day is still, that I'm happy that I made, but it's still the way that I see life, even if it's subconsciously. I said to myself, Dan, you need to make your mental health and your happiness your absolute number one priority. I said to myself, I said, above grades, above friends, above anything. And at first that sounds a bit like radical, but the whole point was that if I'm happy, then my grades will be better. Then my friendships will be better. If I focus on me first, and if I say, I need to be happy, I need to not be in this dark place, that's so important to me, I value that highly, then that will lead to a better life all around. And, you know, obviously it's not always, you know, as easy said as done, but, obviously sometimes it's easier said than done, but it's just something that I've always tried to remind myself to be vigilant of. And, you know, it's funny you said 2 years. That's kind of what happened to me with my last job that I just left. I was there for 2 years and I think 3 months. And when it got to the 2 year mark, that's when I started to go, okay, it's a bit of a rut. You know, I've been doing the same thing. I was a little bit depressed. I mean, you know, it was the schedule of it was the bigger thing, but the job was very monotonous. I couldn't quite see myself moving up in the company. I I was very lucky to be in a position where I could apply for other jobs. You know, not everyone, sometimes you live in a shitty area and there are just no other jobs hiring, especially in coronavirus. So I'm not trying to sound like didn't Ben Shapiro have that thing of, if you have to work 2 jobs, that's a you problem.
No, the classic quote.
You know, obviously, if you're stuck in a bad job and it's just, that's just the way it is, you know, I feel bad for you. But there's always something that, you know, you should always remember that it's okay to take care of you. And if that means quitting your job, looking for something new, if that means trying to switch things up, you know, do what's best for you. And if that just means seeking help to be able to deal with the shit you have to deal with, then, you know, I'm all for it. And I wish everyone the best with that. So
yeah, we try, and I pride myself on this, and I say it to everyone. I said it today when I got my hair cut. I was like, on the show, we're always, ladies know I do a show down in the hairdressers, and I always say, I'm like, I really do pride myself on saying, like I do with Dan, like, you know, a very positive mental health awareness, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
I like to say that we are very positive about that. I know we tend to talk more about men's mental health. I feel like that's what we kind of know.
I think, I talk about that just because
we'd like to talk about women's, but we don't know what it's like to be a girl. So, but
yeah,
that message, like, again, that goes for everyone. Like,
yeah, for sure.
We can only speak as men of what we felt.
Yeah, we can only speak to our experience. I certainly know, having watched Kath experience a lot in the last year, the last couple of years, you know, I've learned a lot, and it's really opened my eyes, and it's made me more, just more, I don't want to say sensitive, but more aware of everyone's experience. You know, everyone has a different experience. Everyone experiences it differently.
Yeah.
And girls too. And, you know, so, we do say men's mental health, but I really think it's anyone who's listening.
Yeah.
Whatever you're dealing with, I think it's very important to just remember that it's okay to invest in yourself. You know, it's not selfish. It's not beneath you. It's not lame.
Depression is it just, you feel so selfish, especially if you're in a good spot.
Yeah, for sure.
I get it all the time. Like, oh yeah.
How can I be so ungrateful?
Yeah,
for what I have,
exactly, because we are very lucky.
Yeah,
and I think we live in a beautiful place. Our local is stunning.
It's
we
amazing.
go every week, and we're like,
we
shit,
do.
I wish I could show you guys. But it's stunning. And like, it's hard to look at that and go,
you know,
oh,
but that's also, you know, maybe that's a little bit of part of it. Like, I know for me, part of what keeps me mentally healthy to a degree is that I try to remind myself to be grateful. I try to remind myself,
you do that more than me,
because it's very, very easy to forget.
No, you're always like that down the oh shit.
That's okay. I got it.
Every week. I'm so bad at this. This is why we couldn't do a live show yet.
I know that. I say that as well.
I've been listening to H3 After Dark, and it's a live show.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm like, fucking hell, I could not get worse at this. But no, you always say at Moe's that, you know.
Yeah, almost every time we're there, I'm like, this is beautiful. We're so lucky.
Like, oh yeah, shit, that does exist.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, well, yeah. I mean, we'll get into it, but I'm working on Mitch's mom's house at the moment. That's very close to the beach, and every day I get to drive past the coast.
Oh,
and man, is that beautiful. And I always feel like I'm in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But I always feel like I'm in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, so I always play the soundtrack. I'm just like, I feel for once like Brad Pitt. And I'm like, fuck yeah, that's really cool.
The dream of every young man to feel like Brad Pitt for a moment.
I don't know why, but I feel like Brad Pitt. I always do my window down and I stick my hand out like that and I tap my car as I'm driving like this.
I love it.
And I'm like,
I used to work.
I'm leaving my 9 to 5. I'm like,
I love that.
Literally, yeah.
No, I used to have a job up near, not like a job, but I used to work a shift that was in sort of the Scarborough area where it was near there. I would drive through Scarborough while I was on shift, and that Scarborough Beach coastal area.
Oh my God. We were working there last week.
Oh, beautiful. And
I couldn't agree more. That coastal, and you pass like Hillary's and stuff.
Every day I would drive past. And part of the reason we drove past is because the guy we were taking out. Yeah, I mean, it's Scarborough's a place, like, but the guy we were taking out, he liked seeing the coast. But honestly, like, I'm just so grateful I got to do that.
I do too.
Yeah, it's like, it's nice for me.
Man, the coastal down Scarb is my favorite. I think it's beautiful.
It is.
And it keeps
is
going.
amazing. Oh, it's so.
And there's so many cool
beautiful.
cafes you can stop at.
Yeah.
Just charge like $8 for a coffee, but hey, it's good. I should know. All week, all 2 weeks I was there last week. I literally got a coffee every day. It was like so expensive.
Yeah. No, and I think the bottom line is like we were saying, don't feel bad if you struggle to take that stuff for granted. Don't feel bad if you struggle to get up. If you can find certain coping mechanisms, certain things that can help you. I remember when I was going through that stage and I said, I'm going to prioritize being happy. One thing that I did, and this certainly won't work for everyone, but it worked for me. I said to myself, I said, it's kind of silly, but I just said, smile as much as you can. Even when you're not happy, just smile. Even when you're not with anyone, smile. I said that to myself.
You just smile.
But I said that, and the whole purpose of me doing that was to try and, how it's like when something is on the inside, it eventually comes out. I was trying to do the reverse. I was trying to go, if I can smile so much, maybe that'll eventually bleed onto the inside.
Yeah, I hear that.
Look, obviously there was a whole bunch of things that contributed to me, coming out of that depressive slump that I was in at that time. But, that was part of it. And even if that was just my brain going, yeah, good job, but like.
Yeah, it was just the connections you make.
Try anything, little things that if they make you feel better or if you feel like it's a positive step towards a better mental health state, then do it. And
honestly, I think in this world, the only things we really have is our connections. Whether it be to art or friendship.
And, especially,
that's it, I think.
Especially this year, especially with everything going on, the pandemic, this day, it's almost a shame to me that this day kind of flies by so flippantly almost. So I think it's very, very important. I heard on the radio, our Prime Minister did say, truly a load, it's something like, when it comes to a burden shared can be a burden halved, so if you talk to someone, if you get it out, whether it's a therapist, a friend,
thanks, Scott.
it's, So
Scott's finally speaking some.
Yeah, I know. Some nice non-political, nice statement.
Yeah, cool, man.
So to transition away from that lovely topic, good job, man. That was a good little chat.
Oh, thank you.
To transition away from that to something completely different.
You've got to tell me about this.
So there's this Travis Scott meme thing going around.
I don't get it.
So basically, I don't know if you remember this. Travis Scott, for anyone who doesn't know, is a rapper.
I know that, but
American rapper. And a while ago, he did this thing. He did this collaboration with Fortnite, which was so weird, where he did a concert in.
Oh yeah, Marshmello did that
Fortnite.
too.
Yeah, and Marshmello did it, but I think I might be wrong, but I believe Travis was the first to do it. So he kind of pioneered it. So Travis did like a virtual.
It was Marshmello.
Travis Scott did like a virtual concert event thing in Fortnite. Very, very weird thing. Like very, not been done before, but it was huge. The tickets they got, like
Marshmello did one.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, I think Travis Scott did it first. Well, maybe he didn't. But my point is, Travis Scott did this thing, and it was very, very, new age, but it was cool.
How did it sync up with everything he was doing?
What, the Fortnite thing? I think it was partly because of
mocap or something.
Oh yeah, probably. But I think it was because of the whole Corona thing. Time is such an enigma right now. Yeah, I guess. But the point is, it was like a new way of marketing that I think had not really been. Yeah, so it was during the Fortnite thing, but it had not really been done before in that specific way. And so Travis now somehow has convinced McDonald's to do a similar collaboration with him, where they've teamed together to pioneer this freaking Travis Scott burger, or it's a Travis Scott meal. Yeah. So it comes with a quarter pounder with cheese that also, I think it has like bacon added to it. And then you get fries, barbecue sauce, and a Coke, I think.
And I think
that's the official Travis Scott meal.
Is it for free?
No, it's $6. It's $6.
Oh, I thought he was giving them out for free.
No. So it's $6 for the meal, but he also launched on his website an entire line of Travis Scott McDonald's merch. So there's this thing which, you know, at first glance looks to be a chicken nugget, but when you look closer, it's
hell?
the weirdest shit ever. Hold on, let's see if we can find it. But basically, he has this chicken nugget. What is it? It's like a chicken nugget body blanket or something ridiculous.
Oh, like a poncho.
Kind of. What do they call it? A body pillow? Here you go. Here's a good
What?
fucking. So Travis is selling I'm Loving It lunch tray. $30 to buy an I'm Loving It lunch tray. Action figure life-size cutout of Travis Scott.
Jesus.
McDonald's fucking thing. Here you go. Nugget body pillow. So I guess it's kind of like a beanbag almost.
What is going on?
In the color of a chicken. $90 for that, by the way. $90 for a fat fucking nugget pillow. Cactus Pack vintage blanket. So I guess it's a blanket. So here you go. $6. It's the Travis Scott. You got the classic golden arches as well in this ad. But that was the other thing. So Cactus Jack. I don't know if that's like a
What is that? A Cactus Pack vintage metal. It's a lunchbox.
lunchbox, $45.
A tie.
A burger tie. All-American 92 basketball. Got TravisScott.com on it.
That's
so
cool.
Cactus Jack. Yeah. So I don't know who Cactus Jack is. I don't know if Cactus Jack is like a Slim Shady, like a Travis Scott persona. I don't know. I'm very unsure on that particular.
Why did I think he was given out due to coronavirus? That's so fucking dumb. Why did I think he was given out meals? Like
No,
somehow?
it's
I
just
thought he was giving out meals.
No,
to,
it's like a
people in
promotional
need.
thing. It's a promotional thing. Yeah, very, very.
I thought he
very
was
bizarre.
giving out meals for need because like
It's interesting. It's a very, very strange marketing thing. But basically, so there's this Cactus Jack thing, and apparently, if you go through the drive-through and you say Cactus Jack sent me, you get something. I don't know what you get. Although I've seen people say they said that and got nothing, so who knows? But then you've got this Cactus Jack basketball jersey, basketball shorts. So I don't know if it's like a Cactus Jack cup. I don't know if it's like a Space Jam kind of thing.
why is that $250?
CJ menu rig. I don't even know.
What
Oh,
is
it's Cactus
going
Jack.
on?
It's wild, man. The Cactus Pack is $6. So I guess it's, so that's the Travis Scott. It's the Travis Scott burger, but you get it if you order the Cactus Jack or the Cactus Pack. Does that make sense? It doesn't make sense to me. I'm just relaying the craziness that I'm seeing.
CJ Arches.
A rug. This is a rug, and it's $250 freaking dollars. A beanie. That's kind of cool. Cactus Jack. That's not bad.
Fucking slacks.
92 for fucking slacks. $90 for slacks.
Jesus Christ.
A hat, just a random ass hat.
This is like when you're trying to buy band merch.
That's just the wildest
And you're
thing.
like, this is so expensive, but I want it.
But look how much merch there is. There's a ridiculous denim fucking shorts
$250
for $250. Oh,
Oh my God. Could you put that
It's-
on and walk into the back of a McDonald's and no one would know?
I have no idea. It's the wildest thing. So yeah, so it's basically a big marketing.
Well, I honest to God.
A collaboration.
Because I saw a guy, he was in like a chemo ward and he was like, thanks Travis Scott. He was like eating the meal deal. And I thought instantly, so is he supporting people during the coronavirus who can't afford stuff? I thought that. Clearly not. That's all I'll say. I've been deceived.
The only other time that there's been a similar collaboration like this with McDonald's, where they like took a celebrity and made like a burger out of the celebrity, was Michael Jordan had what was it called? Here you go, the McJordan. So Michael Jordan had the McJordan burger. And
Pickles.
this is, I
Pickles,
guess,
raw onion slices.
oh wow, this is a commercial.
Oh,
for
wow.
it. I actually haven't seen this, so let's hope this doesn't get us the Thanksgiving promise. The Untouchables. What is going on in this? What?
There's nothing like sitting
McJordan
around
special.
with your homeboys singing a McDonald's song. If you got, hang on, it said
About
it
Michael
said-
Jordan of
it
all
said,
people. Yeah.
It's got pickles, raw onion slices, bacon, and barbecue sauce. The hamburger
Yeah.
giant didn't use standard bacon slices. However, the company used old style circular
interesting.
bacon,
Okay.
which is how you know it's processed to fuck.
So
Pretty much, that's what it's saying.
So this is not necessarily new for McDonald's, but it's a very
Well, they do
actually the
a lot
merch
of
drop. The merch drop is new.
They
'cause-
used to do a lot of promo stuff.
yes, but
But even here.
no, yes, you're right, but not with a specific single individual celebrity.
Yeah, I
You
always
get what
remember
I mean?
that. Do you remember that Dark Knight burger they did?
Also, because if you think about it,
I think it had a name. The Dark
Travis
Knight burger.
Scott as an individual benefits a lot from this collaboration. That's
Yeah.
massive amounts of press for him. And the merch. The merch probably goes all to him. Maybe they're probably splitting a bit of the merch because they got to license the logo and stuff.
I'm going to sound like a twat here. Did Travis Scott make Igor?
I don't know. Let's check.
Yeah, that's Travis Scott, isn't it?
Igor. Doesn't seem like it.
Okay.
I think Igor was Tyler the Creator.
That's
Why
a
Tyler the
Creator.
Creator's
See,
Igor? Yeah.
I don't listen to any of this stuff.
Yeah, I know. I was.
Travis Scott.
I'm in on the memes now, but it was just wild. So also we are trying to do a bit of a shorter show, so we'll move on to the next topic here. But I don't know. I just want to talk about this shortly.
This is hilarious.
Did you see this?
I did.
This is wild. So there's this tennis guy, Novak Djokovic, who is
know him.
yeah. Well, he's the biggest. Well, not biggest, but the best tennis player. I don't know exactly how
Serena Williams.
Well, yeah, thank you very much. Sorry. But I guess he was top of the league or something like that. You know what I mean? He's a big deal in tennis, basically. And, I'll let the news guy tell the story for me.
This is crazy.
It is wild.
Now, with a story that has divided the tennis world, should Novak Djokovic have been disqualified from the US Open?
Well, I think they got it right, Pete. I know he didn't mean it, but it's an incident that could haunt the Joker for years
Sorry,
to
it's
come.
not funny.
The number
The
one
Joker.
seed kicked out of the Open for hitting a line judge with a ball. Now he's on the offensive to restore his tarnished reputation.
It was the hit he'll forever.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That went right in her neck.
Novak Djokovic,
Oh
deep
my
in the
God.
first set of his fourth round US Open
Bang.
match, struck a linesperson.
There were like no HD cameras on it, by the way.
Jesus Christ.
The woman was taken
Holy
to hospital.
fuck.
The Joker pleaded with officials to not
The
disqualify
Joker.
him from the tournament. After 10 minutes of back and
That's
forth,
so funny.
the verdict was in.
It's over.
He immediately fled Flushing Meadows and left all the questions for others to answer.
Wow.
And I was in shock. I never expected this moment playing against Novak, you know.
Others did though. This was the 2016 French Open, where a flung racket narrowly missed a linesperson, and another incident that year led to this exchange with a journalist.
Does it concern you that one day that could cost you dearly? I mean, if the ball were to hit someone today, is that something you ought to address?
You guys are unbelievable.
Yeah.
Why is it unbelievable?
Yeah, because you're always picking this kind of things. It's
Wow.
Doing these
Yeah,
2.5
tennis players are
hours
notoriously
after
like
this
that.
morning's incident, Djokovic released an Instagram statement which said he's sad.
Well, that looking
and
sad in
empty
the photo.
and sorry. The tennis world was divided as
Wow.
to the harshness of the punishment, which was the stripping of all
that's the HD shot.
$340,000 prize
Yeah,
money
I know.
earned, plus his removal from the tournament.
Was it the right decision? Absolutely. There was no choice for the officials but to
The tennis commentator.
send Novak on his way.
If it would have landed anywhere else, I mean, we're talking about a few inches, he would have been fine.
Always a fan of a bit of niggle,
Yeah.
Nick Kyrgios took to social media asking if he'd done the same thing, how many years would I be banned for? 5, 10, or 20?
What?
Rob Canning, 9 News.
So
Love how they smash in a Twitter poll there.
tennis
Just,
players are notoriously quite.
yeah, like catty and shitty. Yeah.
There's a lovely guy.
very what do you call it? Sore losers, I guess.
What's his name? And he loves Perth. It's gonna annoy me now. He's the loveliest guy. I follow him on Twitter. But honestly, there's a few that are just complete. Even Serena Williams has had like her.
Yeah, she's had a bit of a tantrum as well. Yeah, but
she's
I mean,
had a few.
but every fucking tennis. Well, I mean, I guess I'm seeing this now because I'm not a big tennis guy, but it seems like almost every tennis player has this I don't know why they have such big tantrums. I mean, I guess, I don't know, maybe
it's notorious. I swear, it's just notorious that most tennis
No,
players.
because I remember Serena had her little thing. Obviously, they showed that video there where he threw the racket a few years ago and then he threw the ball. What I heard was that apparently there's a rule in tennis that if you cause the harm of, I don't know if they're called linesmen or like one of the people who stand at the back, if you cause the harm of
Roger Federer, sorry, Dan.
Okay, yeah.
He loves Perth. He's like the biggest tennis. He loves Rottnest.
Oh, really?
And
That's
he
great.
loves Perth. He said he'd move here.
Ah, that's
and he's
great.
massive. He lives overseas. I think he lives in Europe.
But
he's a huge tennis player, and he always says he loves Perth. He does heaps of games at like Perth Arena back in the day.
So what I was saying was that like apparently the rule is that if you cause the harm or injury of any lines person, then you're just automatically disqualified, even if it's not on purpose. So that was apparently already part of the rules, which is why he got disqualified. I think it's crazy that like that person said, if that ball had gone 3 inches to the left, to the right, someone also said if she was kind of like, not to blame it on her, but like if she was paying attention and she had like caught it, that would have almost been like a viral, like cool moment. Like, oh, look at this badass. She catches it. So like, it's so crazy how it's like almost the worst thing that could have happened for him. And then we saw the interview briefly with the opponent. Now it's like, how do you feel about that? Because you've just beaten the, best tennis player without really beating him, haven't you? You know what I mean? Like it's kind of,
they're just notoriously a bit twatty. That guy I just mentioned then, apparently he's just the nicest guy.
Roger.
Yeah, he's meant to be just a lovely guy. But apart from that, but I'm not just saying because he loves my hometown, but I'm serious. He is a world-class player. And people ask him, where's the one place you love? And he says Perth.
That's awesome.
He loves the Pinnacles. He loves Rottnest. He apparently just goes there for days. And he like always takes quokka selfies, which is a cliche, but everyone does it. Even Eric Andre did it. It's such a cliche, but I feel like every actor,
celebrity,
comedian, singer, everyone who comes to Perth, I feel like in Hollywood they're like, I went to Perth, and they're like, did you go to that
you see the
island?
quokkas? Yeah.
What's it called? With the like weird kangaroo looking things.
The mini kangaroos.
If you don't know, quokkas, I believe they're in 2 places.
They're amazing.
I think they're in 2 places, but we always say the only place you can see quokkas is on this deserted island.
Yeah, this random fucking Rottnest
like an hour boat ride.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild.
They're like these. Can you get a quokka up?
Yeah, I'll get a quokka. It's like a tiny little animal too. Like it's not even.
I believe a kangaroo and a wombat or something mated.
Oh, really?
Made a quokka. Yeah, they're the cutest little things.
Here's the
they're so adorable.
Here's the Google image of a quokka.
Oh, they're so cute.
They are the cutest thing ever. They're so sweet. There you go, Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, there you go. Of course.
How quokka selfies help the population? Oh, fuck off.
You need to get a quokka selfie.
Oh, I know. This is a Disney Channel kid right
here. Is that
here.
Troye Sivan down there?
Huh? No, that's Shawn Mendes.
Oh, Shawn Mendes.
Everyone loves a quokka selfie.
Yeah, I'm getting musicians mixed up today.
Yeah, you are. But
I
says
believe
here,
the quokka mated with
the quokka, also known as the short-tailed scrub wallaby, which is such a funny name.
Oh, it's a wallaby and a kangaroo.
The only member of the genus Cetonix is a small macropod about the size of a domestic cat. Like other marsupials, blah, blah, blah. The quokka. Okay, let's see if it says where they came from. Because they're so
it must
cute.
be a wallaby and a kangaroo who mated.
Description, discovered by Europeans.
Made this offspring.
In the wild, it's roaming. Doesn't actually say. Quokka. Oh my god, there's an actual
in the mid.
So this is the Wikipedia page for quokka, and it fucking has a section specifically for quokka selfies. That's so funny.
Every actor, I think.
They're called the world's happiest animals.
Yeah.
Symbol of positivity due to their beaming smiles. They do smile. They do smile.
There you go.
There you go, Roger Federer. Yeah, there you go.
And there's Margot Robbie, whose body loves them.
Oh, apparently it's contributed to tourist numbers to Rottnest Island have subsequently increased. So that's good. There you go. That's
coronavirus, apparently. No, my mum for Dad's birthday got him tickets to go to.
Oh my God. This website, Snopes, had to confirm in 2020 that the quokka actually exists because it had received questions from readers who thought that it was simply too cute to be real.
I love that. It's like when you come to Australia, like, oh,
hilarious.
drop bears. And like, that can't be real. And you're like, no, these cute, adorable creatures that look. I don't think they live on. I think a quokka. I think they exist in certain zoos, but that doesn't mean that they're specifically to that place. Like,
okay, so just
they're in
quickly, sorry,
zoos.
it does say here they exist on Bald Island, which
That's
is near
it.
Albany as well.
That's
So they've got a couple of
but Albany's in West Australia, isn't it?
well, Albany's no Utica, but yeah, you're right.
Well, I'm from Utica, and I never heard of quokkas. Albany's down there, isn't it?
Yeah, Albany's way down south. Yeah,
my
way
knowledge
down
on
south.
everything this episode has been awful. But yeah.
Okay,
If you come to Australia, come see quokkas as well. So
Absolutely, 100% agree. Let's just quickly get through this. I just wanted to quickly bring this up. I actually wanted. It's funny because you texted me today, or I don't know if I texted you.
I texted you about it ending.
You texted me saying The Walking Dead is going to end soon, apparently.
But
with
24.
series
No,
11.
that's confirmed now.
And
24 episode,
really?
final season.
So
11 episodes.
I
series
was
11.
with someone on Wednesday, and we watched a few episodes of The Walking Dead. But this was like season 6 episodes. This was before even Negan. Glenn was walking around. I was like, oh, what a throwback.
Did you watch that season? I feel like that's the last
Yeah,
season.
that was
I
the last
watched.
season we watched. And
Yeah,
then
I
remember
think
we
so.
watched this series 7 premiere where why does my head look so
And then I
red
think
today?
I was gonna ask, did you get sunburnt today?
I think I did actually. I was in the sun today. Yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
you
I must have got
definitely got
sunburned.
fucking sunburn.
Anyway,
Yeah, I think that is the last season. I'm just gonna go to the toilet.
so I watched a couple episodes, and basically I was like, there's fun to it. It's all right. It's not a great show, but it's fun. But I was thinking about it, and then I looked on Wikipedia just out of curiosity. I was like, okay, I wonder if the new seasons are good. What are the ratings? So apparently the last 2 seasons, which had a new showrunner, Angela Kang, she apparently turned things around a little bit. People did not like series 7 and series 8, which I feel like is so sad because I think that was Scott Gimple. Yeah, I think. Might not be. Ugh, bro, so bad. But what's such a shame is like Negan is such an iconic character, and apparently his seasons are the worst, so that sucks. But I know, how crazy is that? Everyone was looking forward to, so Conor just said everyone was looking forward to Negan so much, and it's such a shame that he was the disappointment. His seasons were apparently the worst. So, and again, I'm saying this from what I've seen of reviews. I haven't watched, I've watched up to the first 6 seasons and then episode 1 of season 7. So from what I've heard was that season 7 and season 8 just did not get good reviews. Also, season 6 got some bad reviews, which I would agree with. But season 9 and 10 have actually gotten quite good reviews. They've gotten much better reviews.
We watched the 100th
Apparently it's
episode,
been really
didn't we?
turned around.
We didn't watch the whole thing.
We watched some of it.
all
Yeah, we watched some of it. The
like, all
highlights.
like the John Bernthal scene.
Yeah, we watched the highlights. Yeah.
Stuff like that. That seemed all right.
And so now, and actually season 10 as an update, it originally was going to be 16 episodes like all the others, but then they upped the episode order to 22. So season 10 has aired, I think it's like 14 episodes.
I think there's a shot final. I think I told you this. The
They
final has
shot
been
some,
shot.
but
They haven't released it yet.
no, but they've extended the episode order. So that, I guess, is not going to be the finale anymore.
As you do
It's
mid-season.
going to be a 22 episode season. And then like you've just said, which I haven't seen this news, season 11, which will be next year or possibly the year after, depending on Corona, that is going to be
I think it's 2022.
the final season with
24.
24 episodes.
24
Wow.
episodes and a confirmed spin-off with Daryl and Karen. Of course,
That's so
the
funny.
Free,
There's the 3 Rick
the free
movies.
AMC Rick movies.
My goodness.
Which I'll probably watch. Rick's the best character.
But I'd be happy to watch them.
I watch
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Rick
yeah.
movies.
I'd
We
be
had
very
so many
curious.
good memories of that show.
Um,
I feel like it ended
yes,
terribly
definitely,
with our
definitely.
expectations, but I think we just got older and it just got stale.
But what stuck out to me was that I looked at it and the ratings for the last 2 seasons
God.
have been worse than
It
season
was
1.
the Kingpin. It was so big. Wasn't it like
I
15
remember
mil
AMC
each season? Sorry,
I remember,
each
I
episode?
think it was like season.
Well, premiere was
I think it
each.
was season 4, maybe season 5. Well, both season 4 and season 5 premiere, but I can't remember which was higher. But one of them, I remember, we talked about it. We were like,
Yeah, it was
got like 16 million
it was
views,
the,
which is insane for today.
I forget what the episode's called, but I think it was the series 5 premiere where it was at Terminus.
Yes, yeah, I
that
think
was
so.
the 16 million. I forget what the episode's called.
Actually, I think you're right. I think you're right.
I remember the next day we looked at the views because we were Breaking Bad had just ended, I think.
Breaking Bad
And we
for
were
the
looking at
finale
those
of Breaking
views.
Bad, which was
Yeah.
very big, got like
Yeah.
11 million views.
Yeah.
And then Walking Dead just casually gets 16 million.
I know it's a premiere.
Insane.
Premieres always get
Yeah, premieres do
more.
get high, but they were still getting
But-
like 13
I know.
or maybe
I
11,
know.
12 million like on a regular episode. It was crazy. Everyone watched that
Yeah.
show. It got huge viewership.
Yeah, it used to be massive.
And I could be wrong on this, but I believe like the most in terms of live viewers of all TV at the time. I'm pretty sure like in terms of scripted dramas, it was getting the most views of any show on TV.
MASH got the most, I think.
No, but I'm saying in 2014 or
I think
2015.
MASH was
like,
the most watched series fun ever.
yeah, but that MASH of its own time. I'm
Yeah.
talking about Walking Dead of its time.
What
was
it did
was
wrong
the-
was, I think it could have been like 6, 7 seasons because like they dragged out the whole Negan thing for like 2 seasons, man, without him showing up. And then he did, and then they gave you blue balls for like another year before they revealed who died. And it was that awful POV shot with the blood coming down the screen.
yeah.
And it looked awful.
I remember.
And it was so obvious that Glenn was going to die.
Yeah, well, because that was in the comics. Everyone knew that.
That's iconic. They could not do that. And then, there was another person who's going to die. You're like, do I even care? It was
Yeah.
like, it was
Nah, the
Abraham,
thing is,
wasn't it?
it was Abraham. Yeah. So, I was watching these episodes in season 6 and I realized that they just tried to put in too many characters.
Yeah.
Instead of working on character development of the characters they had, they just thought, let's just add more and more characters and hope that it becomes interesting somehow. It's like, I don't
there's
think it's a bad
possibility.
idea to have
They
a
do
lot of
that-
characters.
They got that other one as well. They got that.
Fear the Walking Dead. That one's got a lot.
Not even that. They got another spin-off coming out.
Yeah, they do. You're right. They do. They've got
And
a
they've
third
like shot
spin-off.
2 seasons or something.
Crazy stuff.
It's a whole thing now. Is Fear the Walking Dead still going?
I will say this. I will watch the finale of the show. We should watch it together.
I
we
will
should
watch
it
that.
together.
I will, and I honestly, if
That's got to have Rick in it. Apparently Rick was going to either Andrew Lincoln, who plays Rick, he was either going to direct or star in an episode in this season, but because of scheduling conflicts, he couldn't. And Abraham, who died in season 7,
he directs heaps.
He comes back and directs all the time, which is so funny.
Apparently, Gavin and Neil. Apparently, Gavin Neil and their dad went scuba diving with Andrew Lincoln's dad. Apparently, he was a right dick. I'm serious. Apparently, he was like a massive twat.
What was he just saying? My son is.
No, apparently, he was just like
Rick in The Walking Dead.
Apparently, he was just really hard to get along with. I don't know how they managed it, but they were like, one night I was like talking about The Walking Dead, and they were like, oh yeah, we met. They didn't say Andrew Lincoln. They're like, oh, do you know that main guy in it?
Yeah,
and
Rick.
I was like, what, you mean Andrew Lincoln? It's like, yeah, we met his dad. Scuba diving. It's the most random story.
It's the randomest thing ever.
Scuba diving. They met Andrew Lincoln's dad. Apparently, he was a knob. So, no, I will. And you know what? I will gladly watch those Walking Dead movies.
Yeah, I'll watch the
Rick
Walking Dead movies, the Rick ones.
I will watch that.
I'll definitely give the finale a go.
We
Yeah,
got
for sure.
Foxtel. We can literally
Yeah,
watch.
100%.
Have you
100%.
can watch all the seasons of Walking
You know what?
Dead.
You know what?
It's crazy.
Considering it's only going to be 11, maybe one day, not soon, but maybe one day I'll watch the whole show. Maybe.
Okay.
Who knows?
I doubt it, but
Yeah, probably not.
I don't
probably
think I
not,
will.
but I probably won't.
I just don't think I can put myself through that.
All right, we got to get this show rolling.
Oh, Jesus. So much for an hour show.
There's the thing here that says Conor choked. Explain to me what that is.
So yesterday was my dad's 60th.
We've only got a few more topics.
Happy birthday to Dad. Thank you.
Yay, happy birthday. That's what if we could say his name. Connor's dad.
Dad. 60 yesterday. We all had the day off, which was glorious. I haven't had a day off work in
Oh, yeah,
so
I saw
long.
that. I was like, you know what? You all deserve it. And I'm glad you had a
thank
good
you, sir.
day. No, I don't.
Thank you.
Cheers to your dad.
Thank
Did
you,
you tell
man.
him happy birthday for me?
Of course I did.
Oh, good.
You get to see him on Saturday as well. But,
Of course.
a mossy bite right there. It's so itchy. Look at that. You can even see on the camera. Look how red it is. That's fucking Mitch's mum's house. It's giving me mossy bites. So we had a day off yesterday and we played mini golf, which was really fun. I saw a frog. Frog, as I called him. I came second. Dad used to play golf with like Tom and all that. Like he used to be so fucking good at it. So I came second, Mum third, Alicia fourth, my sister. And we sat down for lunch afterwards, or brunch, if you will. And sorry about the shirt, by the way. I can just see it in the clips. This is not a shirt I wanted to wear. Anyway, we sat down for brunch. And I was wearing my Seinfeld shirt. which is better than this shit. And everyone loves my Seinfeld shirt. I get compliments on it all the time. It's sick. And I sat down, and as I sat down, there was a table full of women, and they turned around, and it had nothing to do with me, I'm sure, but they turned around, and everyone looked at me, and they all smiled, and they all laughed, like, not at me. They were like, like, you know, classic girl shit. It was obviously because of the shirt. I'm not trying to be up myself. I'm not trying to say it's because of me. But I sat down, and everyone, like, as I sat down, everyone looked at me, because I'm an awkward piece of shit. I said quite loudly to my mum, I was like, everyone's looking at me. And they all kind of just like laughed and shit. And I was like, okay, cool. Anyway, I sat down and I looked over and I saw, quite frankly, Dan, the woman of my dreams.
Oh, no.
Here's the problem.
Okay. Sure.
I couldn't remember if I'd previously spoken to her or not, because she looked very similar to a girl I'd spoken to last year for at least 4 months. Nothing went anywhere with it.
So she wasn't the girl of your dreams back then?
No, I was fresh out of a relationship, and I was like,
right.
Women
Wrong time.
Yeah,
okay.
I would have totally have gone for it now, but I was like, I'm just not ready. And look, I don't blame them for this. They moved on. I had 2 chances last year.
Sure.
They moved on. I don't blame them for it, because I admit I was stringing them along, which isn't great of me, but I admit it. Thanks, Dan. But I saw her and I was instantly attracted to her. I'm like, hang on a minute, this doesn't happen a lot. Is that her? And I couldn't tell. I still can't tell.
Oh.
But I wanted to ask for her number. I'm like, can you imagine how embarrassing that would be if I go up there and be like, can I have your number? And she'd be like,
yeah.
Well, you don't recognize me?
Oh, no. Oh, no. What happened?
Well, I choked. As the thing says. Conor choked.
So you just didn't go up?
I had at least 3 chances. And one of them was great. She went to the toilet, and I'm like, you pussy, just ask. And I went up, and I went to go to the toilet. And as I went to walk into the men's room, she walked out of the girls' room, and we were like, I was like, you. And as I walked in, I was like,
anything?
I know. As I walked in, I was like, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, actually, I've been there, not necessarily with girls specifically. Well, I mean, a long time ago, but yeah, when you like, you should have taken the opportunity, and you're like, you fuckhead.
Yeah, I know, because like up close, I'm like, nah, it's not her. But then I'm like, but was it? And it's very bad, because I couldn't for the life of me. It was literally like a year ago, longer than that we were talking last year, and I couldn't remember. And I was saying to my family, I'm like, I want to ask her out, but like, I don't know if it's her or not. But yeah, I choked. I don't normally. Last time I wanted to ask a girl, I did. Remember?
Yeah.
At most.
No, I know you can. I know you can. That's why I'm so disappointed.
I honestly do think if I didn't think it was that girl, I would have done it.
Right.
She was really cute.
Fair enough.
I was like, you know, she's brunette. She like was just a cute girl, but I could have sworn it was that girl from last year. And I couldn't tell you if it was, though, to be fair. So
that is tough. I'm sorry.
But that's okay. I choked to the one. Thank you.
Bruh.
One day, my friend. One day.
Yeah, I'm not in a rush, to be honest.
No.
I don't think you should rush it.
But it is
feel
tough
alright.
when it's like the girl of your dreams and you just choke.
When I say that, I mean like.
No, I know what you mean.
She's like my type. She's like a brunette, lovely hair.
Perfect for you, yeah.
I do have that thing for brunettes. When I was a kid, I was like, oh, blondes. Nah, brunettes. Brunettes with like straight hair. We don't have Will going.
Yeah, we need Will,
that.
don't we?
Let's do this.
Shit.
Yeah.
Here we go again.
Yeah.
So, what's this next thing?
What, that?
This. Yeah.
Please skip that shit.
Oh, sorry, this. Oh, do you want to... sorry.
No,
All
skip it.
This is you're doing Mitch's place.
Yeah, it just says Conor's renovating his mate's house. Yeah, I'm currently renovating Mitch's mum's house, which is interesting.
Oh, yeah?
It's like a crossover episode. I see all these like trades that I see all the time mixing with people that I know. I don't normally do this. I don't normally work with family,
funny.
friends. But,
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll see them on Saturday at Dad's party. But
No, I'm keen.
That's literally it. Anyway, it is September 11th tomorrow.
Yes, of course.
So it's the 10th.
Yeah. Oh shit! You know, I thought today I was like, why did they make Are You Okay Day on a Thursday?
Right.
Well, I guess if they made it on a Friday, it'd be 9/11.
There you go.
Well, get ready for all the posts on Twitter from all the brands.
Oh god.
Coca-Cola saying,
"What's that fruit one?
What?
What's that fruit one? Veggie Tales?
Oh yeah, Veggie Tales. Yeah.
Never forget." And they're like smiling, flying tomato.
Dude, those posts are so cringy.
And it's like, what? Oh, the Betty Boo one. Remember that?
Yeah, the Betty Boop or whatever, Betty Bop or
like
whatever.
grabbing her like dress and going up, and it's like, never forget.
Never
It's like,
forget 9/11.
It's like, what?
Jesus.
It's after like the Pride.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's like when Pride Month ends.
Yeah, all the brands.
I don't even know who you are. Yeah, it's like, you'll still support us throughout the year, right? I don't even know who you are.
Fucking brands. Anyway, sorry. So what is this 9/11 thing you got to tell me?
Well, it is 9/11 tomorrow. We'll all be paying our respects. I think it's the 19th anniversary, if I'm not wrong, because it was in 2001.
Yeah, that's
if my
right.
math is not incorrect.
Yeah, next year will be the big 20. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is me in New York City as a freshman at 18 years old, visiting the 9/11 Memorial Center and getting to see the new World Trade Centers. So take it away, Dan.
Oh, wow. Okay.
This right here is the new World Trade Center, and it was the World Trade Center, the original one that got targeted for the 9/11 attacks. There are several World Trade Centers now. I think there's 4. That one's the biggest one, but apparently that's not even as close as how big the originals were, and there were 2 of them. This place I'm in right now is just outside of where the World Trade Center was, and all the new ones, and it cost $800 million to make, which costs more than the new World Trade Center building, which is currently out there right now. Check this out.
This place is shaped like a dove and is white, obviously because of the dove, in respect to the people who died on 9/11.
So is that ground zero?
Which is really thoughtful.
You'll see ground zero.
Just the respect for the people who died here is just tremendous. Like there's a lovely memorial, which I'll show you guys in a second.
That's it.
Memorial,
yeah, ground zero.
It truly is sad though.
Wow.
Truly.
This is ground zero, which is so surreal, by the way. So there's 2 of those.
Oh my God.
The names are all around the side. It's a beautiful memorial, by the way, I should say.
Oh my God.
So that was from my New York City vlog. I was there nearly 3 years ago, I think. Probably 3 years ago. But yeah, by the way, what I didn't say in the vlog.
Wow, that is powerful, man.
That white building that was made like a dove is mostly made of the scraps from
Yes, I've
the
heard
original
that.
tower.
I have heard that, yeah.
So surreal being there. Like when we went to the actual museum, De Niro does the voiceover. If you you just download the app and you just walk around and it connects where the room you walk in. Yeah, no, being there is a different thing. I mean, I can only connect it to like Aiden once said to me, he was like when I went to Auschwitz, which I'd love to go to.
Yeah, that would be fascinating.
He said to go down to the gas chambers, which I think would probably affect me more. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but just standing there at 9/11, like, at the World Trade Center, was just crazy. But I think going down those gas chambers would be, because that's literally the room.
Yeah.
But but to be standing there where the buildings are as well, like Jesus, like it was crazy. And it's one of those things that like you can't explain. And I think I try to do it respectfully in the vlog there, but yeah, it's just, God, I'd love to go there with you one day, because I just feel like it's something you should do and pay your respects. And what's 100%. Really sad is, like I said, there's names all around the thing, all around the square.
Wow.
And you see flowers on them all the time, on names.
Well, you know,
oh, God.
you know that Pete Davidson, obviously in the movie, they changed it, but his dad actually did die fighting 9/11 fires. Well, you know what I mean?
I don't know if you remember, though, in that I just showed you then, the church bell was going off.
Okay, yeah.
And the only thing, I mean, I'm not religious, but the only thing that didn't get destroyed in its wake was the church.
Wow.
The windows shattered, but the only thing in its wake that didn't get destroyed was the church, and it was still there, which is the church that was doing the bells that day.
Wow. That's pretty powerful. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's a real surreal feeling. It's just stuff like that in Auschwitz. Like, I feel like you should just go there to pay your respects, and it's a part of history. Obviously, it's a horrible part of history, but I just think to say that you've been there and paid your respects and experience that. It's a thing you can't really explain, but just to be
I think
there,
it's a very-
you just get heebie-jeebies. You're like, it's so
Yeah.
sad.
I could imagine it's a very humbling experience to just, think of the fact that this is where so much human suffering happened.
Yeah.
Like this is almost the worst possibility of humanity.
Yeah.
And to remember to experience that, and then to remember,
It's crazy.
wow, we are so lucky.
And just think of I thought today about the whole Stern broadcast.
Yeah.
That's,
Howard broadcasting through 9/11.
That's like what, 19 years ago tomorrow.
Yeah, crazy.
Like it's crazy, and I just think.
And
you
there's
have to do that
there's an
kind of thing.
amazing Jon Stewart who I love, and I will always idolize Jon Stewart. But he did a Daily Show episode. I think it might have been the night after 9/11, or it was very, very soon after 9/11. He did a Daily Show show. And it's a comedy show, you know what I mean? You're supposed to make jokes. You're supposed to come on TV and make jokes. And it was just a straight to camera, serious monologue. He basically said, I have no jokes. And he just spoke from the heart. Very, very powerful, very emotional. And he said, there was a line in there. He said, he was talking about from his specific apartment, but he said something like, the view from my apartment used to be the Twin Towers. And now the Twin Towers are down. The view from my apartment is the Statue of Liberty. And, he articulates it very well. He articulates it much better than I ever could. But he basically took the opportunity to say, in this time, we need to come together and we need to remind each other that we're all people. And I think the Statue of Liberty represents that a lot. It represents that everyone can come together and be a nation, be a community. And I think if there's anything to take away from experiencing a 9/11 Ground Zero or Auschwitz or anything like that, it's just treat your fellow human.
It blows my mind, man.
And just
it's
be
so
kind.
crazy that there's just so much hate in this world.
Man.
And
that's where all those things come from. Auschwitz.
I
9/11,
said this,
it all
funnily
comes
enough,
from hate.
I don't know why, but I'll tell you why. We were talking about, Aiden was talking about this classic Doctor Who episode that was very racist. And we got on the topic of our youth and racism and homophobic stuff. And I honestly think our generation will be a step in the right direction.
Yeah, sure. Definitely.
And I really hope with stuff of course, it's never going to go, obviously.
No, of course.
But I really do hope and pray. And I really do think that, you don't really meet people these days who are openly racist and homophobic our age. Obviously you do.
Yeah.
But it's not common like it used to be.
Even if they're openly about it, they would never. It's a very, very bad thing to say, I'm a racist. Whereas maybe even 20 years ago, some people would openly say, yeah, I'm a bit racist.
I bet people who are due to religion who are against gay marriage, but I've never heard them make it vocal.
A lot of the arguments I hear from even religious people, they'll say, I'm not against gay people. I'm just against them getting married. Which,
Right.
is still not great, but
Yeah, I don't personally ever get that.
at
but,
least they're
hey,
at least they're valuing the person,
I had a good friend
Progress
in
is
school
still
and
being
they
made.
said that to me and it kind of threw me off a bit. But again, it's their views. They had their right to have their views. And look, this person I know who said that has never ever outed someone or given them disrespect.
Yeah.
And I just think that, but you don't hear that a lot or see that a lot. And I do think that the older we get in our generation, I do think stuff like mental health positivity and just racism and homophobic stuff will just go down. I hope, I pray, honestly, I don't want anything bad happen to anyone. You can't control who you are. And I think that's the saddest thing, that there are people who just hate you for who you are. You can't choose your sexuality.
Well, you can't choose, in the Auschwitz, you can't choose to be Jewish.
I know, it's stuff like that. It blows my mind that there's that much hatred in this world. I know it was 19 years ago, but fuck me, it's not that long. People died.
And they, obviously.
Shit, imagine how Pete Davidson's feeling right now.
Yeah.
And tomorrow. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it's Zelda Williams, who is Robin Williams' daughter.
Yes.
Every year she posts on the anniversary of her dad's death. She always says she takes a few days off social media. It's a very hard time for her, and I completely understand that. So as much as I do think it's important to memorialize 9/11 and just remember it and remember the families that have lost those, lost their, the firefighters, the first responders, the people who were in the towers. It's also important to give them space to experience that,
Yeah, as well, last thing I'll say about it, which is even crazier about the attacks, is like, even if you didn't die in the building, buildings used to be stocked with asbestos a lot.
Yeah.
My uncle died of asbestos.
That's why so many of the first responders died.
It's the thing. This is what made
and not even the volunteers who were clearing the debris.
I know.
Yeah.
Bro, this is what made the attack so terrible. Even if you weren't in like the building coming down, you would die later on. This could be years later of asbestos poisoning.
Fuck's
sake, it's
even
so bad.
The rubble and the fucking the dust. All that stuff.
Man, it honestly it breaks my heart. Like, it's such a hard time, but yeah, I mean, we're paying our respects. If you can tomorrow, like pay your. I know this won't come out by the time this comes out. It won't be around the time anymore, but. Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to show that.
No, that's amazing. Yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah, no worries, man.
So today's Thursday for us now. On Saturday we have Dave coming on the show, I believe. Dave and Mitchell, or just Dave?
I think Mitchell's. All right, Dave won't come without him, so
we'll see. We'll see what happens. So next episode, be ready for something different. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't even know because like. It's going to be pretty early because the party starts at 7. So we'll probably have to start filming at like 4:30 or something.
Yeah, okay.
I want to be there for like 6:30.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe even 6. So if they got a problem with that, then I guess they're not coming on. Sorry, folks.
So we'll see. But anyway, look forward to next episode. Thank you very much for watching.
So maybe Dave's coming on. Who knows? Maybe. Maybe not.
We'll figure it out. We'll find out, and you'll find out when the episode's air. Thank you very much for watching.
I'm looking forward to putting this shirt back on.
Take care, everybody. Stay safe, and keep an eye on all that mental health. And if you need to take a few days, take a few days. Refresh, as they say.
Yes, thank you. Love you guys. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks.
Goodbye.
Cheers, guys. Goodbye.